Buddy. Yeah, man, yeah, buddy.
All right. As we get ready, gonna bring it on down, Big B. How you doing over there, buddy?
Hey, man, doing well. Nice, cool day.
Yeah, not too bad. We're gonna bring the music down.
Yeah, man.
Everybody, hope everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing good. I'm gonna come off now, Big B. Here comes let's see here. We're gonna come off and let's see.
Yes,
everybody
sir.
back?
There we go,
Okay,
man.
all right. Hopefully everybody's doing well. Everything's going well. Look at the faces,
man.
Big B.
Everybody's in the house, man.
Yeah, everybody in the house.
And look, including Fingers is in the house tonight, man.
Fingers in the house. All right. All right, Fingers.
Yeah.
All right. I want to welcome everybody to the Family Tree. Good place to be on Wednesday, the place where we can get the holistic check-in point for what's happening in your life. So we want to welcome you. If your first time here, you want to join the conversation, we do this because this is the place where we say it's your real social security. You got to say it slow, y'all. You got to say it so. Social security. And that social security is not a check, but it's your family. And then your greatest issues and things, we used to gather around this thing called the family tree. And from that, we prayed together, we stayed together, we worked out problems together. And anything going on in your heart or mind, we talked about it right around this tree. So with that being the case, we want to say we invite you to the conversation this evening. Anything on your heart and mind about holistic health, anything that you want to share with the family, this is the place to do. So we're going to say down at your lower menu bar, if you see down at the bottom and you want to be a part of the conversation, just go down to the bottom and you'll hit that little button that says react and you'll raise your hand like Big B up there. There
sir. There you go.
Quick on the hand, buddy.
Yeah, man. What's up, my boy? Fingers is working.
Raise your hand and then you can get in the queue and we'll put you on queue. All right. If you're someone that says, I don't want to go on queue, I just want to ask a question. We can put it down in our chat box. In the chat box over there. And Prophetess, let's get Prophetess a hand over there. Yeah. She'll get it in there and she'll pull the question out there and she'll try to make sure that everybody gets it. Now, always check first before your question because sometimes the question's already been asked by somebody else and Fingers over there already. Before you can get it out your mouth, she going to be dropping it in that chat box.
I know that's right.
I'm going to tell you
Daddy gave her brains, boy. Her brains will be kicking it, boy.
I'm going to tell you, she fast over there, y'all. So check that box, okay? If you're somebody that's calling and you may say, hey, I missed it, and you may be calling by phone. You missed the actual prompt where it says how to log in or raise your hand. Don't worry. Just let us know you're calling by phone, and we'll try to get to you. All right? So we want to get it together. We're going to start off. But first, before I do anything, I want to give our host with the most, Big B, Bill 1L Morgan, a hand. Come on, Big B. How you doing there, buddy?
All right, Big B.
What's going on, buddy?
Yeah, hey, man, I'm doing well. I got no complaints. Nice, cool day. My grass is growing nice and clean, nice and green. And when I say hug my tree, so I ain't got nothing to do.
You hugging them trees. Them trees.
Hug my tree, put my toes in the grass.
Hugging them trees, man. Hugging them trees.
Yeah, buddy.
See, you wonder why the flowers come out extra big when Big B over there hugging them trees.
I know that's right. Hey, you know what's so funny? Our person comes in to do things for our grass. Puts out this whatever they do to make it nice and green. Hey, walked up just as I was hugging my tree. She looked at me really funny and said, I think something wrong with him. I had my arms around my tree, boy. Look at my toes was dug in. Said, come on. You don't know what this is all about.
Good charge.
Feeling, man.
Just telling you and checking for cracks.
But it's great, man. We had a good day over here. It's nice and cool.
All right, Big B, tell us what's going on, from our favorite website of our numbers. Numbers are changing.
Yeah,
and
numbers change.
there's some things jumping up and down, preparing for the fall term. We're going into fall in a very few. We're seeing some numbers jump up a little bit. So give it from our favorite website.
You got it right now. For right now, from Flu, guys, last time was updated was August 16th. And of course, we're looking at our clinical lab. Our clinical lab trends at 0.4%. We're trending sideways. Whatever that was. All right. And of course, our outpatient respiratory illness is trending sideways as well, Dr. P, at 1.5%. Okay. And of course, now we've gone up a little bit now on our hospitalization rate. On Sunday, it was 0.0. Now we're at 0.1% per 100,000. So kind of got guys, keep your eyes open. Here we go for our mortality rate. Our mortality rate, we're still trending one sideways, Dr. P, at 0.1% going sideways. That's of deaths attributed to influenza for this particular week. Okay.
Right. So we're still in the baseline. So
yes, sir.
It's not going out of control there. Though there are some things that we're watching. We're watching, of course, the monkeypox. You know,
yes.
We go over the weekend about monkeypox and the effects of monkeypox and what's happening with that. We're watching it. It's happening in not only Africa, but they're now starting to track it in places like the UK. And we remember when we see those things in trends, Big B, you remember even when in the middle of the COVID, we saw that trend roll this way. So we watched them to see what eventually was happening to us. So this one is what's called the Clad 2. That's strain. So with that, this actually this is the Clad 1.
Clad 1, right.
Clad 1 is actually the more intense one that we're watching. So we're going to keep an eye on that and we'll keep you up to date. How's that?
Yes, sir.
We're going to get started. We're going to go into our class today. And today we want to always start off with, testimonies. And it means a lot to me because when you say that you're standing with a lot of folks, I sit down with a lot of people on one-on-one sessions. The one thing that comes to mind is always how people are doing in the midst of their struggle. Sometimes, you're going into a struggle. Sometimes you're in a struggle already. Sometimes you're coming out of it. No matter where, there's a testimony on each level. So with that, I always open up the opportunity for the family tree, for you to share what you're going through, because we want to be the support for you no matter where you are. So at this time, we open up the floor for testimonies, anything on your heart or mind. You got something going on. You say, Grandma did this and blood pressure went down.
Well,
we want to give you a shout on anything going on. Right, Big B?
I know that's right, buddy. Yes, sir.
So with that, I want to open up the floor right now. So anyone?
I have one.
Okay.
That's Clorinda.
No, that's
Nathan. That's Nathan.
Okay. All right, hey, I need you. Both of you guys hit it at the same time, boy.
I'm just trying to get my camera to work.
And the funniest thing, she was trying to get her camera to work, and we didn't have electricity here since 3. And as I was going out to the car, the electricity came right on.
So, wow.
I knew I wanted to get on this Zoom.
There you go. Said, open that line up.
Lisa went outside and grabbed that tree. Said, "Come on."
So Nitha, what is it? The weather that's causing the power out?
I don't know what it was. I don't know. They said a pole was down, or I know we had it this morning, and I come in and no electricity. So,
wow.
But it's back on because I was trying to find a way because I lost internet with the electricity going. So I was going to go out and sit in the car and use the car. But my testimony is all compliments to you, Dr. Paul, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
The teaching that you have provided me for the last few years that I have known you, and it's really weird. I'm going to make an appointment for assessment because I have not met you personally.
Yes, you got to come on in.
That's right. Come in.
I've been trying to get my body right.
That's sad. That's just sad.
I'm coming for your assessment now. Come on now.
I flew up from Tennessee and saw him.
Come on, Nitha.
Well, I'm trying to get my body right before I got there.
Let me tell you that, Nitha. Let me tell you what Daddy says. Come as you are, child.
Come as you are. That's right. That's right.
You offered me the opportunity to open up on the family tree about our process of getting our home care open, and we're still going. We still could use patients. We're very close.
Excellent.
From the Zoom, I got 3 patients.
All right. That's
one of the clients, he's on. His sister called and told me my sibling needs help. He's new to he has kidney failure, new to dialysis. He's young. He's depressed because all this hit because he really didn't manage his disease process, and now kidney failure. So she said he really needs your help. I went out to see him in April, depressed. He's going for training because he wants to do dialysis at home, peritoneal. Legs are swelling. He was just out of it. just about to run out of funds because he had to use up all of his 401k because he's not working. All these expenses. But he was not motivated at all. I asked him, did you apply for disability? Did you apply for Medicare? Even though he's young, he's eligible for Medicare immediately because of entitlement. There are 3 entitlements, and one of them is end-stage renal disease on dialysis. You get it right away. He had not done anything. As much as she encouraged him and tried, he had not done anything. I practice holistic nursing, meaning if a patient has a wound, I don't just take care of the wound on the leg. I'm going to take care of the whole leg and the skin.
I know that's right.
That's right. There you go. That's right. That's right.
I do some social work too. To make a long and the teaching that, because he listens to you, he does take your green drink, but he doesn't have funds. He said, when I do get money, I will get more and I will do this and do that. Well, the swelling is gone because I bought him some. I have a nonprofit organization and I used the funds to buy him some compression socks. Swelling is gone. He's more motivated. He is now getting out and walking. His sister wanted him to move down. He was reluctant and resistant. He's now thinking about doing it. I opened him in April. I just closed him on Friday. I kept him open because the blood pressure was getting out of whack, and I needed out of whack, and the doctor changed medicine, and I need to continue to monitor him. The training he has received from you, we talk about that and talk about diet. Well, as I stated, I closed him on Friday. He's in the best mood. He thanked me for the help that I had given him. He has been approved for his disability. He gets in September. He was approved for his Medicare.
All right. So that's what's up.
He got the Medicare, and when I went to see him, he said, okay, what do I do now? I said, nothing. Just wait for your red, white, and blue card.
I know that's right.
That's right. That's right. Well, awesome.
The clincher is he had an appointment last Tuesday, and when he goes to the appointment with his doctor, he meets with the nephrologist, he meets with the social worker, he meets with the nutritionist.
She went on mute. Neitha, you went on
mute. You on mute, Neitha.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hit it by mistake. When he goes to the doctor, he meets with the doctor, the social worker, the nutritionist. The nutritionist gave him a list of do's and don'ts. He said, you know, Neitha, I listened to Dr. Paul and I listened to you and I'm learning. The nutritionist gave me this list. Look at this, but I questioned because I was looking at the beets, because listening to the Zoom, he's doing beets too.
All right.
And he said on the do's, it says canned beets. On the don'ts, it says no fresh beets. And he said, he questioned that. And I said, good for you. He said, I told her, I said, what do you mean canned beets? Canned beets are not good. They have preservatives. Why would they be better than the fresh?
Well,
I couldn't answer him. I told him you need to respond to her. So while I was with him, he went into my chart and we sent a response. You know, and he felt a little leery about doing it. I said, no, don't do that. I said, you need to speak up. You know better than that.
That's right.
I said, because she's going to be teaching someone else, and maybe you'll teach her. Don't ever fear speaking about standing your ground for what you know.
There you go. That's right.
Yes.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Because of you, Dr. Paul, I'm telling you.
Wow. Well, first of all, we're going to thank Neitha for being the ambassador of health.
Yes.
Just give her a come off mute.
Yeah. That's what it's all about.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's right.
Hallelujah.
Just stand in there.
Hallelujah. Thank you.
Let's give it. Neitha, let's just give the gentleman his first name and give him a shout out for the gentleman's first name, if you could.
His name is Maurice Waters.
All right, Maurice.
All right, Maurice.
Blessings, Maurice.
Blessings, Maurice.
That's right, Maurice. We got your back, buddy.
Shout out, buddy. Yes,
Keep
great
up the
job,
good
Maurice.
word.
Yes,
Maurice,
keep
you
up the
stay
good
in there,
word.
buddy, and I hopefully, we can get a hold of this
Yes.
testimony, and he can hear this to help him along his journey.
Yes.
You got a great ambassador with you, Maurice.
Yes.
Nitha. We thank you, Nitha. This means so much. That was an excellent point to challenge the beats. Why would you give someone, say, pan, but not fresh beets?
How about that? That's amazing.
That's amazing to me because you know what they're going to do. They're going to put different chemicals and preservatives in those cans. And that could be the worst thing you do. So that is major. Oh, Nitha, I'm so proud. That is so much. But I
am so proud of him because he made it 360.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
To God be the glory. To God be the glory.
We are still taking patients because we haven't gotten our certification yet. Our patients, we do pro bono. We don't charge you insurance. We have to collect all the information, but we're not billing the insurance. We're very close. My daughter got frustrated and want to give up and said, no, we can't. So we just have to continue to press on.
Hey, Nitha, definitely give me a call on that. I want to talk to you a little further on that. All right.
I sure will.
I may be able to help you in that process. But in the meantime, until we have a chat and sit down and talk, tell everyone how your service is, how they can contact you. We want to support you in everything you're doing because you are in the gap, helping people where they really need it. That's exactly what's missing right now.
Yes.
That in-between person that makes the big difference and brings it from a holistic perspective. So you want to give out your information? It's up to you.
Yes, I will. Oh, yeah. I will put it in chat, but for those who are on the phone, my phone number is 267-970-0342. And the agency is called Alera Home Care, ALERA Home Care.
All right.
The email is my first name, H as in Harry, A-R, N as in Nancy, I, T as in Tom, H-A, another A at AOL.com.
Okay. Come on, y'all. Come on. Make sure you go on mute.
Everybody, make sure you're all muted, everybody.
Right. So I want to give that information again, Nitha, to make sure I have it correctly. For everyone that's listening by phone, your number directly is 267-970-0342.
Correct.
That's Alera Home Care, ALERA Home Care.
Correct.
And her email is HAR. Who is that on there that's making that noise? Right when I'm giving that out. HARNITHAA at AOL.com. Is that correct?
That's all correct.
Okay, thank you, Nitha.
We take patients. See, I think everybody could use some home care because I do a lot of teaching. I am a health educator as well.
Right.
Those of you who have hypertension, diabetes, heart failure, you need teaching because some of you really don't know what it is. I ask my patients, do you know what high blood pressure, what is it? Yeah, it means my blood is high. Do you know what those two numbers mean or represent? No. Well, then you need some teaching.
That's right. That's right. And the last thing I want to put to that point, transformation happens by what? The renewing of the mind. You got to learn how to eat right. You got to learn how to, I sit every day and I sit back and I talk to those that have chronic issues, whether it's high blood pressure, diabetes, things with bone, joint, ligament problems, if they're dealing with thyroid or any imbalances of all. You got to look at it as an imbalance is just a dis-ease. It just means imbalance. Because remember, when you're in a state of balance, that's the state of ease. When you're out of balance, that's what the word dis-ease means. It just means imbalance. So every dis-ease that they said that you have, you just look at it as some form of imbalance. That's all you got to do. And when you're looking at that, that will help you along the journey because you're saying, okay, something I'm not doing. I got to do something. And most of the time it's staying off the bad foods. It's an eating disorder with most of the chronic conditions. So thank you, Nitha. I can't thank you enough.
And one more thing, Dr. Paul, by you mentioning the patients you see, they have thyroid problems. I opened a patient today her speech isn't right, her balance and walking. I asked her, have you had a stroke? And she said, no. I said, something's going on here, but she's obese. She has all these problems. I took her temperature and it was 95.9. I said, you know what? I bet you have some thyroid issues going on. And she said, what? How? And her husband, I said, her temperature is low. It's 95. That's an indication you have hypothyroidism.
Yeah. So we gotta, All right. Thank you so much, Lisa.
You're welcome.
You are a blessing. You are a blessing. Thank you so much.
Yes,
we appreciate you so much. Okay, next one. What a way to start off, Big B.
Always, man. Always, man.
That's the way to start
off.
That's
what makes it happen.
All right. Well,
I got one real quick.
Anyone else has
is that Dr. Clorinda? Does that sound like Clorinda?
I got a new computer. I'm trying to figure out how to fix my camera. I don't work like that. But anyway.
That's all right. You'll get it in a minute.
I noticed in doing my in-home evaluation, something has popped up on an iPad, and it's about statins. And the question is this patient on a statin? No. Was this patient supposed to be on a statin and has not been taking it? No. And then it populates a response. Patient needs to be on a statin. Why?
Why?
They're not on a statin, and they're not on one. They weren't told they need to be on one, and now y'all trying to say, and this information goes back to their insurance company and to their doctor. Why they need to be on a statin? I don't understand that. And if I uncheck it, they'll know that I unchecked it. So I'm like, and I just talked to the patient. I told him, you don't need to be on a statin. And if I ask him about allergies, I'm allergic to statins. What happens when you take it? You get leg pain? Yeah, that's not an allergy. I said, that's a side effect. That's something that I said, but your body's trying to tell you don't need that garbage in your system.
Yeah. You know what?
I talked to him about the inflammation of the vessels. And they said, well, my good cholesterol, my bad cholesterol. I said, you don't have good and bad cholesterol. You have different types of lipids. I said, but the problem is the pharmaceutical companies are trying to make the liver do something that it needs to do instead of fixing the problem, which is in the vessels. Right. And I explained about the inflammation and about the foods and the diet and stuff. And I told him, I said, look, you want to help that? What you need to do is start eating red. What? Beet juice, red cabbage, red onion soup, red onion tea. I said all the red peppers, and I said all the organic stuff. Anything that I said when it begins with a 9, you buy it. If it's got a 3 or 4 on it, don't buy it.
That's right. You unload.
And they're like, well, onions taste now. I said, when you make a salad, you put a little salt on it, don't you? Well, yeah, make you some red onion tea and put a little bit of pinch of salt in it.
Well,
that's right. And let's first of all, let's give her a hand and for being an ambassador of health over there.
That's right.
Dr. Clorinda, you are definitely. Let's come on, mute, y'all. Let's give her a hand.
I know that's right.
Because
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Congrats.
Dr. Clorinda, you've been
Thank
on
you
this.
for being there.
You got a personal, as they say back down south. You got a bone to pick with them.
Well, that's right.
She go after you with
the statins and the cataracts.
That's right. But you know what? It's interesting. You said something. You said something about that. They were collecting that data. See, that's called data mining.
Data mining. Yes, exactly right.
See, data mining is not. Unless they're not supposed to be tracking you like that.
Amen.
And if you look in the small print down there, it'll say that this information is collected. It's not supposed to be sent like that because it's sort of coercing people into like, see, if you check this, you check this, you check this, you got that, and it's making people, it brings fear. And that's very dangerous. So those little online sort of social media things online and things like that, be careful with that. That's called data mining. That means they're collecting data. And if they do that all day and it's running 24 hours a day on social media or anywhere on internet or emails or text, that stuff is just collecting data, just collecting all your data. And it can be profiling, it profiles people. That doesn't mean everybody got issues with statin or need a statin. It just means they need to eat right, start doing that. It'd be nice for them to show us how to eat, right? But it's amazing the unlimited things that they're due to try to send things
And
out.
I have yet to find a diabetic who has been referred to a nutritionist for nutritional education to manage the diabetes.
Ain't that a mess? That is a mess. That is really bad, because that's the diabetic person that has the diabetes is really having a struggle with the food choices. But you know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say some very encouraging things for someone who may be struggling with their sugar. Once we give you the outline, and I've actually put this outline, the class is almost done. I've done an outline of the things that I see are the most important things. It's mastering a healthy lifestyle. This is going to be a little breakdown. I'm doing it in video form. Went out and did some video, bringing animation. I want to show you these things. If you start to do something very simple, you can bring your numbers incredibly better within a very short time. But you got to start watching out for the food. It's all food choices. You got to control those cravings. The cravings, y'all. It's the cravings. You got to work on the cravings. So thank you, Dr. Brenda. We appreciate you so much. All right.
Let me see.
We got to get your camera right.
That's what I was getting ready to address. Dr. Ball, have Corinna go down to the bottom left while her cursor is on the screen where it says video. Click on that and go to video setting.
When I click on it, it says your camera is being used by other apps. Close those apps and try again. I don't know what apps are being used. I just bought this thing.
It only means that you're having network issues.
Yeah, that's all.
Next time you use it, it will function.
Yeah.
Okay.
You just don't have camera access tonight. I have it all the time.
Yep.
Okay. All right. And now you speaking over there. Who was that? That was
Prophet. That was Fingers, man.
Prophet. Tell us what's going on. How you doing?
Oh, I am well. I can't complain whatsoever. I am just back from my Black Pilots of America meeting. This weekend was a conference. The week before that was my ambassadors group. We were in Malvern, PA, where I was awarded the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Volunteer Service Award.
Oh, you go, girl. Congratulations. Go ahead, Prophet. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, Dr. That's a salute. That's a salute.
You see her slide
Another.
over there.
Well,
You know what, Prophetess? I could feel something was going on.
She's slooping on the slide.
That's that prophetic working in you, because every time you ask, something is actually going on.
Wow, I just felt that in my spirit. Let me ask her what's going on.
Yeah, man.
Well, congratulations.
Yes,
we are
indeed.
So proud
Most
of
definitely.
you here on the family tree. You know, we wrap our arms around you for all that you do in the world. And
yes.
ambassadorship, that you really are doing some incredible things. So,
thank you.
Shout outs to you. Continue to do your great work.
That's right. That's right.
Even when we don't see you here, we say she around the world somewhere.
She clicking.
She somewhere. She traveling somewhere.
That's right. Somewhere. Make it work.
Doing good stuff.
Doing good. Yep. Good trouble.
Yeah, buddy.
Good trouble.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Prophet. We appreciate you. All right. Big B, anybody else over there?
Anybody else? With a testimony? Anyone else with a testimony?
With a testimony? They have anything in your heart and mind you want to share? Just let me know. Let's see what else we got here. Letting more folks come on in. Come on in, family. Come on in. Enjoy the conversation.
All right. While they're coming in, you know what? I got there was a little bit of a note that I think it was it's in Wade. Wade had done something to his finger. And he said, what do you recommend to heal a cut? Now wait, how many stitches did you have in your finger, man? What did you do to it? I know you're around here somewhere. Talk to me.
I'm right.
All right.
You there, buddy?
I accidentally cut. I'm here.
Yeah.
I had accidentally cut my hand and my finger, but now the stitches are out. It's healing, what have you. But I'm trying to get your recommendation on what I can put on my finger to heal.
Okay. Now, what immediately comes to mind when you start to get the mending activity of the flesh back in order? One of the things that helps with that, like right away, would be the colloidal silver. Not to diagnose, treat, kill, prevent any disease, just food for the soul. There's a lot of things you can use, but colloidal silver, it comes in a spray. And reason why we tried to do that, we tried to keep it alkaline. With that means it's going to give proper white blood cell activity right to the scene of the crime, wherever the cut is, and it helps to heal very fast. colloidal silver, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just food for the soul, is also for burns, any burns or any cuts, any wounds, things like that. It can help the acceleration rate of it in that area. That's one thing. Another thing is you can start to soak it also just a little bit. All right, is it still very tender? Still very tender?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So definitely those are the things that you want to just,
Yeah.
you can soaks, different types of soaks can help that to bring down the swelling with like things like Himalayan salt, things like that. But I would just say colloidal silver comes to mind, helps the healing activity of it really quickly on the skin surface. Now, you can also add a little aloe vera gel with that. Okay, aloe vera gel. You can treat it with some aloe vera gel, put a little wrap around it. That helps with the healing also with skin. Very much, it's one of the external, anything dealing with derma is going to start to heal faster. So it will help that process. And you can even use the leaf of the aloe plant and use that as a bandage wrap. So it works in a lot of different ways that can help you. Okay.
That's Paul. What was that silver thing? I can't get
colloidal silver.
Colloidal silver. Colloidal silver. Yeah. Colloidal. That's the one. That's the COLLOIDAL.
Silver.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Colloidal. So it's also good for it can be used for is an insect. It actually cleans. It's an insect. It literally will clean the wound. It also gives alkalinity to the healing of the flesh. So it actually heals faster.
Right.
Okay, now here's one thing to not do. Don't use, now you can always, of course, vitamin E works as it starts to get well also. Do not use shea butter. Got it? Do not use shea butter. A lot of people will use shea butter. Shea butter is excellent for the skin, but it will accelerate the growth of a cut. That's one thing that we got to be careful, because some people will say, I'm going to put a little shea butter on a cut. Don't do that. It actually can root. It'll actually tell you on some of the levels of shea butter, it will even tell you it accelerates the rate of growth for flesh.
Wow.
So be careful. Yep. No shea butter. Never put it on a cut, because it can cause your body to create a keloid. Okay, so you don't want to do that. Don't do that. So if you have, like, after your surgery or something like that, some people will use, or some women, if they've had a C-section or something, they will use shea butter. Don't use shea butter, because it can create a keloid. That's very, very important. Yep, very, very important. So yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. My daughter fell back in April, and she had a bottle in her hand. So you know where your fingers actually meet the hand part, that's where she got cut. And so she had 9 stitches, and then they had to go back in because she was in so much pain, and they discovered that she had messed up a tendon.
Yeah.
So it's this silver stuff. I mean, she's still healing. She's going to therapy. And her fingers are still swollen. She wears gloves to keep the swelling down, but when she takes the glove off, they swell back up again.
Right. Now, here's an important point. For tendon, most people would move towards collagen. I would not mess with any collagens. If any tendon activity, you want to grab something like that, sea buckthorn. Sea buckthorn will help that omega 3, 6, 7, and 9. Helps to give the connectivity more flexibility, and it will also not, because it's going to be, you got to keep it cool. She has to keep it cool, because the only healing happens when it's in a state of, let's say, parasympathetic, which is female principle, which means you got to cool it down. And that heat, because it's inflammation, that's what swelling comes from. It's in the male principle. You got to bring it to the female. So any of that omega 3, so that's sea buckthorn, she can get it in the oil form also. Wade, that's good for you also. Omega 3, got it? You can take it orally, or you can actually also get the oil and rub it right on that area. Yep. That's
so the colloidal, the
colloidal.
You can do that plus the sea buckthorn.
Yep, all of it works. All of it is good. Yep, that'll bring the inflammation down. immediately the colloidal silver brings like when it swells really bad, that's why you hit it with that. Whenever there's a cut or a burn, you can just take that and immediately just take it with you because it comes in like a spray bottle. You can get the spray bottle versions, and you would just all throughout the day just keep hitting it with a spray, and that brings down the swelling. So that's something that's very, very effective for inflammation. Okay.
Because she can't, I mean, she can't even like move her fingers.
Right. She's not going to be able to do anything right now. It's torn. That's why it has to heal. So you don't, and tell her don't try to do anything. Just isolate it right now. She probably has something, if it's one or two fingers around the tendon area, she's probably using a brace. It's probably braced with another finger or something like that. So whatever the situation is, tell her to keep it still. Just keep it isolated right now. You got to give it a chance to heal. It has to heal. Okay. Not too much.
Thank you.
You know, Dr. Paul, that sea buckthorn, just for everyone to know, helps with returning your skin color after bruising. I had a burn and the burn healed, but I apply sea buckthorn. I had a fall on the ship on the cruise. I bruised. I apply it, and it slowly returns your skin color.
Isn't it wonderful?
Okay, great. That's great to know.
I love this stuff. I need to buy
what you
stock in it.
It is amazing. And you look at it and you say, you know what, if we're running around trying to get the, get the omega from the fish oils and things like that, where you're dealing with contamination, and yet here on the planet, on the land, you have the highest omega, which is omega 3, 6, 7, and 9 in balance. Because when they're out of balance, they can be bad for you. A lot of the omega 6 and things like omega 9s, they can be bad if they're out of balance because a lot of that stuff is in certain types of fish. It can be bad.
Yeah.
But if you get it in balance with the plant, it's already prepared for you. Boom. You got it. Right there. Awesome. Awesome stuff. All right. Okay.
All right. If that's the last one, we go up in the corner and catch Terry. Terry, you're the first one up in the corner.
There's no more testimony. Is that Terry? You be the first. Terry? Hey, Minister Terry, how you doing?
Doing well, Pastor. How about you?
All right, get him, Terry. Pass that. I'm with you.
She didn't do that on. I hear you.
I sure did.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Did you ever get my text?
Yes, and you are absolutely correct. I checked and it was right in the junk mail. That was exactly where it was. You said that. You said it's probably in your junk mail because it's the same email I sent the first time.
You didn't know I was prophetic, did you?
Yeah, I did. I know now.
I'm joking. Listen, what can I do for my eyesight? Really seems to be getting worse. And I'm worried about that. And also brain. I'm a lot of senior moments these days. And the last thing are, what nuts are high in protein?
Okay, so brain, you said the eyes, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the eyes, let's talk with the eyes first. Remember we talked about that. The eyes, something that you're going to do with the eyes has a lot to do with flushing. I would start to grab do you have an eyeglass? Do you have an eyeglass? You know what eyeglasses are? Okay, so you want to grab an eyeglass, which is actually looks like a little thick glass, but make sure it's made of glass, not plastic, okay?
Okay.
And I want you usually what start doing is start to flush the eye daily. So that means take your crystal geyser water in room temperature, and you fill up this little eyeglass about 2/3 high, and you start to flush the eye. You want to give it some fresh alkaline water to just get the fluid going in the eye. Okay, so that's one thing. That should start to do a lot of benefit for the eye. Now, do you know how to do an eyeglass? You ever did an eyeglass before?
No, sir, I haven't.
Okay, so basically, can you see me, by the way? Can you see me?
Sure.
Okay, so when you take the eyeglass, right, I usually have one up here, and I don't have one today. Okay, take the eyeglass, you fill it about 2/3 high. Got it? And when you take it, you would take it like this. Take it, you always bend your head forward, like this. Head forward. And then you close the eye. Press it to the head like this. You watching, right?
Yes, I am.
And then raise your head up like this. Open the eye. Open the eye, and then you roll it around, pressing towards make sure the glass is pressing tight so it doesn't leak. Left, right, left, right. Close the eye and bring it down, and then roll it around in the eye. That's the process that you would do over and over again. You do it for the left side. Do it about 2 or 3 times on the left side. Dump that water, and then fill it again 2/3 high, and do the right side. Okay. So that's a flush. That flush happens. You can do that every evening or in the morning. And you're going to notice that it starts to alkalize and opens up and helps to dilate. Now, there are some other things that you can do. When you get more advanced with that, we can actually add certain things. There's one called Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula, but that's a little advanced. I would just say get it going first with just a regular eye wash, and then from there move forward. Okay. And then the Dr. Christopher's Eye Bright formula, though, you can still take it. I just wouldn't recommend doing the eye wash yet. Just put it right in your green drink.
Okay.
Put it right in your green drink, and it comes in a liquid form. So all you would do is take whatever it says per dosage and put it right into the green drink, and that will help you to get the eyes dilated, to dilate them. Okay. And that's the key. Now for the brain. Brain activity, whenever we start to detox, it starts to take a little while because really the liver is what we're looking at, because the liver is connected to the brain. So whenever there's cloudiness about the brain, really we forget about the liver, because the liver is where the liver is the organ of the emotions, but it's also what keeps the brain going. So it's a thing that's called laws of complementary pairs, which means that you're hooked up. Certain things are just automatically hooked together in your body. So what is hooked directly to your brain, believe it or not, is your liver. So when you start to clean your liver, you start to clean your brain. How about that? But it also means we have to start to get stress-free, start to get stress-free. Take all that worry, push it away. Try to get into a state of relaxation, because memory has a lot to do with that also. Okay, so just relax. Liver cleanse, you already taking a liver cleanse, right? You're already doing some level of a liver cleanse. Just continue to do that. Check your pH though. Check your pH. Okay. How's your pH been? Have you been checking it?
Honestly, no, I haven't ordered the
okay, so definitely put that on your list. Okay, that's a major thing, because you need to know where is your pH, because if this pH is still in a state of acid, that means your body's still pulling from you. So you want to get that alkaline, raise that alkalinity, so that actually now you know that you're cleansing. That's when the liver starts to crank up. So that's the key. Now, what was the last thing you asked? You said eyes, brain.
Nuts high in protein.
Well, all of them are really proteins. So there's some that fall though on, in this case, I would stay away from the ones that would be on the acidic side. So on that chart that I gave out, and you can, if you're listening, family, on the phone or on Zoom, there's a website that I have on my website, www.drpaulherbs.com. You can download the alkaline acid food chart. And on that food chart, you're going to see the certain nuts that you can get more of that have the highest alkalinity and are good proteins, such as the almonds. Got it? The almonds, cashews. Got it? You can also do, let me see if I can pull it up, Big B. You want me to pull it up for you? Let me pull it up. I think it's better just look at it. You can always do that one better. And watch out for. Here's the ones to watch out for. Watch out for. Anybody know what I'm going to tell you to watch out for?
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, watch the peanuts. Watch the peanuts. Oh, we got stuff coming in here. Let me go down here. I'm going to share this screen with everybody. Share, Terry, Pastor Terry, you still there?
Yes, I am.
Okay, see you right here.
There you go.
This now?
Oh, it came out so clear on the screen.
Wow.
So if you come on down here, this is our favorite list. Alkaline on this side, acid on this side, right? So if we want to find our food category right in the middle where the white section is, come on down. And we want to find nuts. There it is right there, nuts. So here are the good ones over here. Pumpkin seed, very high in protein and very complex carbohydrate, which means it's very good. You see the poppy seed, the cashews, the chestnuts. Got it? The almonds are right here. Also, watch out for, now go on the other side. Look at macadamia. Look what on this side, though. Watch out for the ones on this side. Look on the opposite side. Look at that. The hazelnut, the walnut, the Brazil nuts, the pecans. Watch out for those. They fall on the acidic side. See, they're more acidic, the most acidic.
Bummer.
It means that you can't have them, a whole lot of them. Don't sit around all day if you got inflammation and eating walnuts. Got it? Or Brazil nuts. You want to actually, that's why they do mix nuts. So if you choose to have walnuts in a mixture, you always want to do what's called the mixture, or we say the ratio of 4 to 1. So for every 4 alkaline, I can have 1 of the acids. Got it? So 4 to 1 is your ratio. If you choose to add the Brazil nuts or the walnuts. Okay?
Yes.
And that should help you. But make sure also, I'm going to come off here, do not mess with the roasted ones. Remember, no roasted nuts because they roast them in canola oil. Try to get them raw and unsalted if you can. If you feel like you want a little salt, you can put your Himalayan salt to them, but get them just as raw as possible.
Okay.
Please wash them. Please wash them, family, and dry them because yep, please wash them. When you're taking things like cashews or any of the nuts, you know how sometimes you got one and you see a little hole in there? How'd that hole get there? something made that little hole.
A little bug.
You got it.
Little bug.
So there's a lot of parasites with nuts, believe it or not. And they go in there. What a perfect place to be. That I'll dig a hole and I can just sit right in here all day, Big B. I'm surrounded by food.
Yeah.
Wow.
Myself. Yep. So a lot of people will eat right out the bag. I don't recommend that always because a lot of times you'll see the little holes in there. There's a lot of parasites with nuts. And it's just the process. I mean, it's part of the territory with, the industrialization of harvesting nuts. It's just part of it. Just the same as things like peanut butter. There's the FDA knows that there's a certain level of just contaminants that you cannot get out with processing. Did y'all know that peanut butter has a high ratio of spiders in there? Maybe I should.
Oh, yikes!
Oh no! Why'd you have to tell us that?
I had to tell you that. Just grind it on up in there. Don't worry about
That's
it.
right.
You don't think
Oh
about it.
That's good for you. It's good for you.
Look at Carol.
Y'all might say, you are not telling me right. I'll never eat peanut butter.
Oh, that's gross.
Oh
my God.
See, that's why we don't tell y'all nothing. See, that's why we don't.
Many of it.
Dr. Paul, you are tough.
Rodent poop.
Oh my goodness.
That's
You
why
gotta tell them like it is, y'all.
See, baby, that's why we don't tell them. That's why I see these things that we're not telling them.
Dr. Paul, you need a warning label.
Yeah.
But see, that would make you never buy it. But it's at a percentage that's so low that they can't help it.
Clean it up.
I don't want no % of spiders.
I don't want to tell you about the water and all the other stuff. Then it's just it's the reality. It's the reality of what we deal in this world.
Get through the filters.
Yes.
It's just where we are. It's the level that they've already accepted a certain level of contaminants. That's what's controlled. How we talked about, there's, when we talk about the water and they say there's a acceptable rate of toxins.
Yes.
That would be the acceptable rate of toxin for peanut butter. There's always an acceptable rate. And that's the part nobody wants to talk about, but that's the truth of the matter.
Dr. Paul?
Yeah.
Herb.
Herb. Hey, Herb.
I got a question here. It's can you use baking soda to clean out the worms in the nuts?
Sure, you can always wash them. That's exactly what we would say. Just wash them and dry them out. Not to soak them to the point where they lose their, of course, the texture gets too loose because they get too soft. But just enough to bathe them, so you can bathe them in some, just like you said, baking soda, aluminum free works really well. Okay.
That's the same thing with beans too, right?
Beans, yep, everything, yep. Baking soda raises the pH level so high that bacteria, virus, fungus, septic, parasites things like that can't live in that. So that's why it's always going to win all the time, because it's about pH, it's about polarity, it's about charge. That's why it's always going to win. All right.
Dr. Paul, how would you dry them out?
Huh?
How would you dry them out?
You just dry them out. Just lay them out. You can lay them out on some cloth. Yeah.
Cheesecloth.
Cheesecloth. You can lay them out on towel, just like you would dry off
Paper
like
towel.
meat. Paper towel. You can do a lot of different things. Just dry them out.
Mhm.
All right. All right.
Dr. Paul, before I forget, Miss Terry asked about the you best find the glass ones online. Don't
Yes.
bother going. You only in the drugstore. You'll find only the plastic ones.
Yes, that's
Isn't
exactly
that
right.
interesting?
Okay.
Yeah, they're only going to find the plastic one. Yeah, you want the
Yep.
glass. Make sure.
Go online.
You
And they're
put it
not
online.
expensive. They're not expensive.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes, Amazon.
What are they, like $3, $2 or $3, something like that? Yeah, something very inexpensive.
More around the $5.
Thank you.
I think
Thank you.
$5.
Thank you. I
But it's
appreciate
still
that.
worth it. This
All
Yeah,
right,
it is.
gas.
Let's
running
give
through a
Minister
bunch of
Terry
stuff.
a hand over
That's
there.
right.
Let's give her a hand. She
That's
is
right.
doing it.
Brought us to the
You are-
point.
Congratulations.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Congratulations, Terry.
Thank you,
That's right, Terry.
Princess.
Terry, we
Keep it
wrap
up.
our arms around you. You're doing
They're
it.
on a good foot.
Congratulations, Terry. I'm
Mm.
trying.
Congrats.
That's all right, Terry. Just keep working.
Yes,
Everybody, you got to do the work, no matter who you are.
What we
Work-
say? We say pray and row the boat.
I know that's right.
mean, pray and row the boat. That's right.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Thank you all. I
you, Terry.
you
appreciate
got
it.
it.
All right,
Great.
love you
great,
much.
great.
All right, bye-bye.
Oh,
All right,
man.
let's see who else we got there.
All right, Celia Jones.
Hi, am I on mute?
Yeah,
No,
you're unmuted.
You're unmuted. She's sitting up there in her
She's
favorite chair.
she's just chilling. Celia's just chilling, boy. I tell you,
She got
I'm
her
gonna get me a
favorite
chair
chair.
like Celia. Yeah, so I can just chill.
She like she about to tell some stories or something in her chair.
Oh, listen, I've been texting you all week, not getting no responses. So now I got a couple things going on here.
Okay, what's up?
First of all, I was trying to ask you about this Mary Ruth astragalus root stuff. I don't know if it's dark in here.
I can't see it. Yeah, I see it. Yep, I see it.
Like I know the astragalus is good and the Mary Ruth is good, but the ingredients say organic glycerin and purified water.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, there's no
That's-
problem with that. Yeah, that's not a problem. See, even if it's purified water, it's not enough to the point where it's a problem. Mary Ruth products are very good. They're very good. And you're going to see a lot of people use purified water. They're just trying to show that they're using a clean base water. That's all they're saying. That's not enough to affect the actual astragalus root itself. So you're okay. You'll also notice that Mary Ruth's products are non-GMO. Usually she'll have, do you see that on there? Usually it says non-GMO, they're vegan, they got all the certifications. They're pretty good.
Yeah, it's on the side part, yeah.
Yeah. So you're fine. You're fine. Mary Ruth products all across the board. They're people that are conscious. Remember we say, always go with someone who's made the commitment to be organic as much as possible. You're not going to find the perfect product, y'all. You're not going to find the perfect product, but you got to get as close as you can, and that's very close. Okay.
So what all is the astragalus root for?
Well, astragalus root is that's the youth tonic.
Right.
That's the telomeres. Remember the telomeres? It actually helps the telomeres, the chromosomes and the tips of the caps of the telomeres, which actually is used for the information of the DNA that when we get older, they start to unravel. And when they unravel, they say, well, we ain't doing that no more, Big B. So I guess we might as well just shorten these telomeres.
Well,
and then you start to get old. But when you start to rebuild those telomeres, it starts to tell the cell to make more, to be more youthful, to be more vital, to more immune system, build that immune system. It's the regeneration of these telomeres that actually helps to regenerate the body. So astragalus is the youth tonic. So
can you bathe in it?
I'm about
Just
to take the
just thought I'd ask.
I'm about to take the whole bottle.
Dive in, baby.
Just thought I'd bathe in it.
Yes. And remember I was telling y'all about the astragalus oils.
Yeah.
The basis for those, if you may have seen this on TV, I saw this product, the inventor invented this thing about maybe it was about maybe about 10 years now. It's over about 10, almost 15 years. I was contacted by this group, and they were herbalists, and they said, well, we got a product we want you to see. So they flew me down to Florida, and they were sitting there telling me about what the product does, and it was an aging cream. So you would take it and you would put it underneath your eyelids, right? And in seconds, it like if there was puffiness under the eyes, it would go away. And people were like, wow. And I was like, okay, all right, what's the deal? What's up with this? And they gave me demonstrations of about 10 different people were lined up in front of me. And they actually put it on there, and it was working, Big B. I was like, wow, this is pretty amazing. All right, now everybody's being amazed. I said, what's in it? What's in it?
You had to get funny.
I was the one that raised the hand and said the magical question, what is in it? And they started giving me these technical terms and things like that. And I said, okay, well, wait a minute. You're giving me all these technical terms for these herbs. And when I said, wait a minute, they gave me, I think it was called Milkovich is the name for another name for astragalus, right? So they says this is from the Sasir Milkovich herb, and I said that ain't nothing but some astragalus. Everybody started cracking. Man, it was nothing but astragalus. So it was the base. They took and isolated the nutrients of astragalus. So what did it do? It tightens up. So that's good for muscles also. Tightens muscles. If you got the little flab going in some areas, it'll tighten up the muscles, but it's a youth tonic. So that was my little story there. When they flew me out there, I said, I'm good. I'm just going to take astragalus. Thanks for the information.
You know what? That's on the TV now, that commercial.
Yep. It's big now, but it was really like
privatized.
They're called Plexaderm.
Yeah, they privatized it. Yeah, they privatized it back in the day. So,
okay.
But I was like, I asked him, I was like, this is a number that's astragalus, right? He says, yeah, it's all it is.
Got another question,
Mr. Smarty.
Just kind of keep it to yourself, all right? It's just astragalus.
Okay, I had a question about the pots and pans. I know you said the iron and the copper was good, but is the stainless steel?
Yeah, steel's good. Yeah, steel's good. You can do steel. Cast iron would be my first choice, though. Or sometimes you can even use copper or stone. Stone is making a comeback also. So just kind of stay in that realm. Just watch of course, the what do they say? The coated ones. The coated ones are the ones that you got to watch out for. And that also includes like your air fryers. The air fryers, the ones that have the black on the inside, that's a Teflon coating. Those are the bad ones. Don't buy those air fryers with the black ones. You want the stainless steel ones. Okay, steel air fryers. Okay,
I also wanted to know if you could, if you knew anything about this product, or if you could look it up real quick.
Okay, what is it?
It's called Moon Brew.
Moon Brew?
Moon Brew. Never heard of that one.
Moon Brew, but what is the Moon? That's the brand. That's the company. What is the product?
It's a nighttime superfood, and it's been helping me sleep.
Okay, so what's in it?
Turkey tail.
Okay. I
Grease
ain't gotta look this one up. All right, turkey tail is the mushroom. That's your mushroom family.
Yeah, lemon balm.
Calmative.
Chamomile. Magnesium.
Night.
Lavender.
Relax the muscles.
Jujucy. Valerian.
Oh yeah, that's all the calmatives. Right?
It's not glycinate. I'm not sure that.
If you're taking that, I'm surprised you're still up right now.
That's just what I was getting ready to say. So one of you got up at all.
Once I got a little test.
I'm surprised you're still up. You're making me sleepy thinking about all them herbs. I'm about to go to sleep right now.
It's been helping me sleep, and I've been actually sleeping for 7 hours at a time, and that's the first time in I don't know how long.
Hey, that sounds like the stuff right there, Big
I know that's right.
That's
I know that's right.
testimony right there.
Yes.
Yes, let's give her a hand. Let's give her a hand.
What's the name of
That's
it?
the
Right.
first
Yes,
time
indeed.
in
Awesome.
years. What's
Awesome.
that
Congratulations.
called?
I need some of that.
Congratulations.
What's
Oh,
the
that's
name
good.
of it?
Moon what?
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Tell them that's the first time in years.
I'm trying to spell it for you. MOONBREW.
Moon brew.
Moon brew.
Now, what's also really
Thank
good
you.
with that is that it's a combination of those things. Those are all combatives. Now,
Yes.
what even adds it to a better thing is what I always tell people about is to get it in a tea form because it becomes thermal now. When you do thermal, that's heat, right? Male principles breaks
Yeah.
down, opens up the cells, allows you to absorb this a lot faster. It's a soothing. So now
This is a cold tea, Dr. Paul, not a hot tea. This is a cold tea.
Well, I'm just telling you, if you do it hot, you're going to
I
get
think you can
a
do a hot
better
tea.
effect. You can do it
And
in
it
hot
comes
tea.
with this little jar that you can make it in, just shake it up.
Now heat that up. You're going to get 10 times more effective.
It's too hot for us. I do that in the wintertime.
Yeah.
Is there a
All right.
website for that?
Sounds good. Sounds good. Good stuff. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Hey, Celia, let me invite you to do one thing, Celia.
What?
Shut your brain off. Stop thinking.
I wish I could. I wish I could stop dreaming too. The dreaming is the bad part.
Yeah, I know.
You just mentioned
No, it
something.
ain't. No, it ain't.
No.
No.
Write
We
those
say-
dreams down.
That's
But
right.
they wake me up all the time. Like I'm up half the night because I'm dreaming about stuff.
That's because you didn't write them down.
That's right.
Yeah,
Write
you
it
gotta
down.
write it
Go
down.
back to
Girl,
sleep.
that's a
Write it
novel.
down.
Right.
When it
Dreams a
happens, look,
novel.
get up and write it down.
And also
Date it
remember,
and the time. That's a very important.
Yeah, and also remember it when you're relaxing, you have to go through a state, watch your breathing. You know, practice your breathing. You know, many people are not breathing.
That's
Getting
right.
the proper amount of oxygen, so you got to focus on breathing. Remember, breathe in through mouth or nose, and what happens to the belly?
Belly comes out.
Belly comes out, right? And then when you breathe out, exhale through pursed lip breathing. It's called pursed lips, like you're breathing out a straw. Got it? Stomach comes down.
That's
So
right.
many
That's
people
right.
are
That's right.
sitting in with every day when they sit down with me, everybody's breathing wrong.
I know that's
Because we're
right.
so anxious. We've lost the ability to relax. You know, and first thing somebody tell you bad news, what's the first thing you do, Big B? Right? Right there.
Yes.
Upper, we call mouth breathing or chest breathing. Mouth and chest breathing. That's where they are. That's oxygen deprivation. You're not getting enough oxygen in the brain. Perfect way to know this is if you calm down and you start to breathe and breathe properly, you're gonna start to get dizzy. You're gonna say, "Ooh, I got a
I
little
know that's
dizzy
right.
there. Ooh, got a little dizzy." Well, that's because the oxygen probably finally got up there and said, "We ain't been in here so long."
It is true.
That you're now getting the proper oxygen that you should. So keep that in mind. Get you a pulse oximeter and test yourself. You should always be above a 96 or higher. Anything lower than 96 means you're not breathing right. Got it? Got it. 96 or above. Got it? Okay.
And
good
get
stuff.
an incentive spirometer and practice your breathing every day.
Yeah, and those are excellent. They're excellent.
Excellent.
Yes, they're excellent. Yep. All right.
Dr. Paul, can I chime in here about dreams since you're on here? My hand wasn't up, so
Go ahead,
Okay.
Queen.
Sure.
forgive me.
Queen.
But what did you thank you, I appreciate that. What do you say about someone always dreaming of death or people who recently passed away?
Well, it could be a lot of things. You know, you have to go into deep, probing with someone. You know, a lot of what I notice when you have restlessness about sleep or sleep patterns has a lot to do with what you're eating, number one. Believe it or not, they've tied a lot of bad dreams to eating and the consumption of a lot of meat. Late at night. Yep, late at night, meat at night. Because remember, the brain is connected to your what? Your liver.
Liver, yes.
Remember, your liver has to break that meat down. That means I got to create enzymes to break this meat down. I got to use energy to make it to get energy. So I'm already at a deficit. So when people are going and laying down on a lot of meat, they usually tend to have a lot of nightmares.
Yeah.
Yeah. So watch the meat. I would start to do there. And then, of course, we would probe the situation because a lot of people have a lot of past, traumas, things. You got to really get into a psychological approach for it, but also give them the means for how to release this so that they can detox. Because remember, when we detox with the herbs, you're also detoxing spiritually. Remember? So that spiritually, the liver is connected to the brain. So that means also the kidneys are tied to stress. The lungs are tied to grief. So each organ harbors some level of spirituality. That's the way we understand it from African holistic health. So that's where we bring it.
And Dr. Paul, can I chime in from a spiritual standpoint? That is the first time, or that is the first way God begins to speak to you, to wake up gifts in you. He begins to speak to you at night in your dreams. That's why it's important to write down what you dreamed, who it was, the date, the time, the colors, and everything. And then you go back to the dream giver.
Yes.
And ask God, what is all of this? Because he's trying to tell you something.
Yes. Always ask for interpretation. Yep. Anything that you're experiencing, just go in prayer. Ask the Lord, hey, what is it that you need me to know, God? What direction? What are you showing me? A lot of that, you have to be in a state of balance, though. Make sure you're hydrated. All of those things have to be in balance, and as Prophet has said, you have to write things down. So that all comes with a sit down. And when we sit down with folks and go through dream analysis, things like that, we can help you. But
people
definitely
get numbers in them dreams too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. It'd be a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's usually when this person is dreaming, especially if she's dreaming death, the death usually follows.
Well, I can speak on that one. I can really speak on that one because whenever she can have the gifts of the Holy Spirit, we call, if you're the believer that believes in the word, and that
absolutely.
Absolutely. I can tell you that was little Paul's thing that I've shared that story several times with folks about when I was young. It used to scare people. It used to really scare people because I was very highly sensitive in the spiritual realm. That's where the empath is. That's what empath is. Empath is so many people that are empaths. They can feel energy. And I used to feel energy, but as a youth, I didn't understand what I was feeling. I just couldn't go in certain places. I would go into places like the markets or the malls, and I feel like everybody was stepping on me like this. And I was like, I could feel everybody. And I used to have this thing where I would shake. I would literally go around my family and say, you all right? You all right? You all right? And little Paul, I was little too. That's why they called me little Paul. I was like, what is wrong? You okay? I would check with everybody. They were like, why are you asking everybody if they okay? And I said, I don't know. I'm just got to check on everybody. But it was me trying to interpret what I was experiencing. And I would shake for 3 days. Literally. I would go like this, shake for 3 days. And on the third day, somebody always passed away.
Yeah. I told her she had a gift. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's an empath gift. But I started to learn as I got older how to read that. And that whenever that happens for me, I can only tell you from a page out of my book, when I experience that, I go immediately into prayer. That's what I do.
Exactly.
I go immediately into prayer. I say, whatever you're bringing me, Lord, let me pray for that person or that situation or whatever's going on in somebody's life. And whatever it is, I pray for healing for them and their family and their health. That's what I do. Because that's usually what's happening. Yeah.
God tells it to his prophets first. And a lot of people don't even understand that they have a prophetic gift. And I don't mean to get off track. But
no, you go ahead, Ray. You on track. You right on track.
The way God is teaching and training that person how God uses them.
Yes.
It's happening a couple days later. He's training you to teach you to know that, hey, first of all, he tells it to his prophets first so that we can intercede and pray against whatever is coming up.
Right.
Yeah.
That's going to be the end of what I have to say, because those of you who don't know, I am the dean of a Bible college, of a prophetic college, actually. And that's one of the things that we teach in addition to prophetic. We teach dreams and visions and intercession and all
Well,
that.
prophets, you might as well give them your number so they can talk to you.
No, I can talk to the prophet. Thanks, Dr. Paul.
All right.
Yeah,
but
somebody else might want to talk to prophet. Prophet, go ahead and give your number out.
All prophet's info is in the chat.
Yeah, but
I will put that information in the chat box.
You want to put that out for somebody on the telephone?
Okay. You can reach me at my email address, which is joyofgod2, which is JOYOF as in Frank, GOD number 2 at yahoo.com. Joyofgod2 at yahoo.com.
Yes. Thank you, prophetess. Appreciate you.
Thank you, prophetess.
All right.
Very
good. Very good.
All right.
Keep everybody straight. Yeah.
So here we are, Big B. Big B, where'd you go, man?
I'm right here, man. Like, I'm sitting right here. I'm 208 for you. Don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere. All right. Up next, Dr. P is Calvin Moody. Calvin, you there?
Brother Calvin.
Hey, Dr. Paul.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, buddy. Doing well.
Good. I had a couple of things. I went to I took my little green test device, and I went to Sprouts and I was looking at some turmeric, but I couldn't find the turmeric listed on the on my green test. So I didn't buy the product, but I came home and I Googled other names for turmeric, and it was saying like ginger and cardamom. So would that, Dr. Paul, would that be sufficient? Like ginger and turmeric be the same thing?
Yep, that would be the family. See, if you don't have it, you always go to the closest principle to that. That would be, in this case, ginger.
Okay.
That would be in that family. Just look, as a matter of fact, it looks just like ginger.
Yeah,
it has that same family, and it's a root too. So it's in the ground. So if it's for that tester, it would probably because I don't think there's anything else other on that green tester. I could take a look. But
no, it's not. It's not, Dr. P.
Yeah, ginger would be the closest. Yeah.
Now the thing with the tester, like, I mean, everything for like fruits and vegetables is not listed. Because I was like looking at bok choy, and bok choy other name is like Chinese cabbage. Yeah. So in looking at the picture, I mean, it's the same thing. So I guess
exactly.
Right. Yeah.
And then another one was pak choy. It's just another name.
Pak choy, yeah, that's a smaller version. Yes, a smaller one. Yeah, PAK.
Okay.
Pak choy. So it's in the same, but here it is. Don't make it complicated. This is very simple. Just stay right in that family. So when you're looking for it, just get the closest to it, because really what it's still measuring nitrates. So it's just trying to give you, the only thing that you're really trying to find is based on where their understanding is what is safe. Okay, what is safe versus what's unsafe.
Right.
Okay. And I had something else. I know, like last week I came to see you, and I had I was talking about this vital minerals. I am Joy Ormus. I know you had talked about it, and you were saying it's like a supplement, because I know you were saying, like, you don't really want to be taking a whole lot of stuff, And
what was the name of it again? Say that again.
I am Joy brand Ormus Real 24K Gold Oil Vital Mineral.
Okay, so again, you're overlapping. Yeah, you got what you need. See, remember, we don't want to take too much stuff, because at the end of the day, what's the most important thing? Which is what? It's your pH. Your pH.
Yeah.
See, you can take all of these things, but at the end of the day, if it makes you acidic, it's no good for you. That means you're not processing it. You're processing imbalance. You're out of balance. So that's why when people say they go to Whole Foods, spend a whole check, and then at the end of the day, you're still acid. Something's wrong. That's the way you can always balance to know whether I'm on point or not. If I'm not on point, something is wrong. At least you know. See, some people I'm going to tell you, the number one people that I see the most that are the most unhealthiest are vegan and vegetarians.
Yeah.
Because they're doing so much of the stuff. They're doing this, they're doing that, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And they think they got them. I know I got to be doing good, but when they sit down and say, you're acid, they're like, what? Maybe that's why my knees are hurting. I say, yes, because you're acid. Something that you're getting is throwing you out of balance, but you can't know that until you test. You got to test. You got to test. You got to test yourself. That's the only way you know. And therefore, no doctor, nobody can tell you that. You know, it's the easiest and most simplest thing that you can do because that's what it's all about. It's all about the pH. It's all about the pH. I remember when I was first, last point, when I was first finding out about this pH thing. I remember I was studying and I was like, wait a minute, you mean this all about the pH? And if the pH is good, I'm healthy. And if it's bad, I'm not. And then they were like, yeah, that's it. So I went to the
real simple.
I went to the herb store. I'll never forget it. I walked in there and I had a buddy and he was working in there and he was very, very well known as an herbalist at that time. And when I was studying, and I said, wait a minute, man. I said, all these herbs you got in here, you mean to tell me all of this, if I'm taking everything that you telling me to take and all the stuff, at the end of the day, if I'm still acid, it ain't no good for you. You know what he looked at me and said? You're absolutely right, son.
Hey, real simple. You're absolutely right, son.
That was an epiphany moment for me, you know, and I was like, wow, that's really what it is. So I have to stay on point. Sometimes you just got to stop and let the body reset. Don't do so much stuff, you know, just shut it down. The less you do, the healthier you can get because the body says, I got a chance to recover. But you keep feeding me this stuff and I got to keep filtering this stuff. I got to keep balancing it out. I got to create enzyme. I got to do, let me just reset. And sometimes you just got to stop and, you know, do the less. Little or less is more. That's the key.
That's all I got. Thank you.
All right,
you got it, Cal. All right, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
All right, Dr. P, up next is First Lady. First Lady, there? I know you're there.
All right. Also, I want to say while you're there, Big B.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe want to take a station break right now and tell everybody how they can participate and help us with the family tree and continue. And also in Prophetess, if there's anyone on the Facebook side that we want to basically grab some questions over there, if anybody's on the Facebook side.
You know what?
Bill is. I'm not on Facebook. Bill is.
I am. Most of the stuff that we've been talking about, Dr. Paul, has been covered because I have it in my hand and I'm kind of putting the answers right in here as I see
it. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Okay.
I just want to make sure. And by the way, guys, for all of you who have been doing your best to support us, I want you to know I really appreciate it because it helps a lot. Because Dr. Paul be working me to death, yo.
You better stop. You better stop.
No, but really, I just wanted to say he works me all hours of the night. With the whip. Don't you go to sleep at night. Anyway, I just wanted to say this to you.
Buy some bread and some peanut butter or whatever. And some bad water.
Indeed. Of course, to make sure, here we go again. Make sure you get a copy of tonight's chat. This is paramount above everything. To get a copy of that, send an email to me. That's Mecca Video. That's MECCAVIDEO at gmail.com, guys. Mecca Video at gmail.com. All right. And to continue to do what? To support the family tree. That's what you've been doing. I want you, again, I appreciate it and keep it coming because it keeps me going over here, y'all. And that is use my Cash App. That's $ Bill Morgan, BILMORGAN. Okay. That's $ Bill Morgan. And to do what? If you donate through the banks, that's through Zelle. That ID number is MeccaVideo at Comcast.net. That's MeccaVideo at Comcast.net. And by the way, guys, we also have a P.O. Box over here in Mullica Hill. And that number there is P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. That's Bill Morgan, P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. That's it, Dr. P, man.
All right,
folks have been working, and it works out well because it keeps me going. It helps me. Like I said, he yes.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't.
You cracking the whip over there, huh?
Yeah. You know, get it done. Get it. No, he didn't.
All right, but thank you, Big B.
All right, man. As always,
and we want to thank you all for
yes, man. Always donations. Well, look, really you know me. Look, this is important to me. You know, I've been doing this a long time, but and I'm grateful for for Halsey for bringing us together because you know what? He said, you know, man, he said, you guys, you were doing this a longer than Paul's been alive. I said, well, that's true too. I said, but it's great. He said, you guys are like fire and gasoline. And let me tell you something. Pastor Halsey knew what he was doing by marrying us, so to speak. And it's been a great association. And I'm glad to have prophets in the house with the fingers, because they keep us
yes. Thank you,
I
Big
appreciate
B.
everybody. Love to everybody, guys.
And we appreciate you, Big B. We really do, man, and all that you do and keeping things up to date on social media. So that editing, that's what Big B. We say if your donation, we give that right to Big B over there, and he helps to keep that stuff up to date for everyone, so they can send it to somebody. The most powerful thing you can do is take some of those share links and share it with somebody. And it may be on a certain point, or diabetes, high blood pressure, anything we talk about that can change somebody's life.
My comment, Dr. Please do it. Send it to your friends, your enemies, your frenemies, everybody right here. That's what you do. No matter who it is, send it out, because you don't know who they know who needs this information. That's what you got to do.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate
man. Always. First Lady, I see you up there now.
Hi. Hello, family. I've been on before and raised my hand, but then I got chicken and put it down. But I just want this is a testimony. I was introduced to Dr. Paul through Haraya, and I started with him in February of this year. And when I started with him, I had an occluded parotid gland, and the juices had came into my lymphatic sac. And you can't tell now, but I had a swelling from my eye all the way down underneath my neck.
Wow.
And when I first went to Dr. Paul, he said I was severely dehydrated. And I don't know, Dr. Paul, whether or not you got my message, but when it was in the 90 degrees, I called your office and said, I am sweating. It was the first time I had begun to sweat in about 5 years. And I thought not sweating was good, only to find out that not sweating was killing me. But anyway, so I'm almost up to the water, almost up there, but I'm doing it inch by inch, and I'm drinking my water. I'm doing all the other things you told me to, and I just wanted people to see that it had
Go
ahead with your bad self. Yes.
I want to give you a shout out.
Terrific. That's
Thank
terrific.
you. Congratulations.
Yes.
So happy for you.
See that? Salute, Dr. Sweet.
Can you see her? Can you see her?
Congratulations.
You would never know.
Beautiful.
There's no anywhere you would have known.
That's right.
God bless us, man.
And and First Lady, tell everybody your first name, so they they call you First Lady.
Virginia.
All right, Virginia. Blessings to you.
And you came through, and when you came through, we just talked about it, because sometimes you got to get your mind right, and understanding. Comes from transformation happens by the renewing of the mind. And now that now you say, now I see it, now I understand it. So then when you apply the principle, you gotta apply the principle. When you apply the principle, it's a perfect system created by a genius.
That's right.
It's got to work. It's got to work. They got it. And so I'm so proud. Look at you.
I can't stand it.
I went to my ear, nose, and throat specialist with my husband the other day. And I was sitting in the room, and the ear, nose, and throat specialist turned around and looked at me. And then he said, Virginia? I said, yes. He said, I didn't even know you because my face was down. So he didn't even recognize who I was.
Well, praise God. Amen.
Hey.
I know that's right. See? Yes.
That is awesome.
Yes, that's what's up.
Dr. Paul, bad boy.
Well, you know what? It's just, doing God's work. You're obeying the principles.
Yes.
And now you're allowing the body. When you start, I remember you getting that. It was a hot day that day. I remember, and I do remember Ivy calling me and saying, she just called me up to say she's sweating. I said, hallelujah. I sent a prayer your way. So you got it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, buddy.
I'm so proud. I mean, I'm looking at you right now. It's amazing. It's amazing. That is awesome. Continue.
That's great, Virginia.
Tell your husband I said hello. You know,
I sure
y'all in
will.
there, y'all have me cracking up.
I'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Okay, sounds
All
good.
right,
I'm
all right,
looking
all
forward
right.
to seeing you. All right. What a great testimony. Let's come off mute for her,
That's
y'all.
right.
Everybody
Yes,
come off
indeed.
mute for her one
Indeed.
time. Come on,
God
y'all.
be the glory, man.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Man, oh man, oh man.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Congrats to
Keep
your
it up.
accomplishment.
So happy
Yes.
for you.
That's all part of getting that lymphatic system moving. You remember I was telling y'all the number
Praise the
one
Lord.
thing that we're seeing.
Congratulations.
We're seeing a lot of the lymphatic
Right.
system backing up, and now we can get it moving. So
That's
keep
right.
that moving, keep that in, get it in.
I
Get it
know
out.
that's right.
All right, that's
Let
right.
me give a shout out to Dr. Lenny. I saw him, man. He's still here. Dr. Lenny, glad to
All
have you,
right.
man. Back,
Dr.
hiding in the back in the corner.
Lenny! All right, Doc. What's up, Doc?
All right, man.
Hey,
Yes,
you
sir.
know what? Wait a minute. Did we ever announce that Doc won the award? Did we ever announce that? He
No.
won a mainline award. Doc, where you at? Is he still on? Is he on?
You still there, Dr. Lenny? Yeah, he's still around. Let me see. Dr. Lenny, you there?
Gosh, fellas, I was listening in. I'm actually writing a testimonial for you all on Facebook.
He stepped in here. He said, I didn't even want to get over there. You got me. Yep, I got you. Tell them how you got an award and what the award is for, because we know we're going to put our arms around you and give you a shout, buddy. So tell the award.
Please, man. We got Best of Mainline chiropractor. So it was definitely cool.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Yes. Way to go, Dr. Allen. What's up, buddy?
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes.
Well deserved. Well deserved, Doc. Well deserved. Congratulations, man. And I thought I said, man, I remember when I came to your session, I said, did I announce that on the family tree? I don't think I announced that. I got him back. Thank you, Doc, for your excellent work, man. We really truly appreciate you, buddy.
I got you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, Doc.
Congrats, Dr. Lenny.
All right.
Mark,
Okay.
why are you upside down?
I know. I don't know why. How can I sit myself back up again?
That's because Mark hangs upside down on that inversion table. That's all right. Mark, get off the table. I'm just kidding.
I don't know how it happened.
Don't even worry about it, Mark.
Look, I'm gonna come to your party. We have an upside down party.
Mark.
Hey, Mark, don't worry about that coming to your party, man. Whatever party you having, everybody's coming to it.
All right.
We want to be upside down too.
All right.
All right.
Who do we have left? We have one left. We got one person left.
Yes, sir. Stephanie. Stephanie up there next. Stephanie, you there?
Stephanie?
I'm here.
Hey, man, go ahead.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, basketball?
All right, I got you. I put you on blast last week. You know that. Did you get? Yes, I did.
Yes, he did. Like a big dog.
I was somewhere doing a paint workshop with some like a PD training staff people how to paint.
Oh, excellent.
So I was gone that whole day up in the evening. I came home, I was crashed.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, I was giving a shout out to you and Joaquin for giving me that beautiful painting. You gave me a beautiful painting that was awesome. You know, it's a water bearer, right? The woman with the water.
Yeah.
You know,
Awesome picture. That was amazing. Kwaku saw that.
Yes. He's the only one. Now he holds the record right now.
That is amazing.
That is amazing. His numbers when he did the RM3A, he holds the record for coming back. What was it? 6 months from the.
That's a year. No, a whole year.
It was a whole year. That's right. It was a whole year. Came back, Big B family, and had the exact same
numbers.
Exact same.
Go ahead.
All green,
and every one of them was a number 10. Every one of them. I was like, what?
So Pastor Paul, we eat almost the same thing. How does that happen?
It just shows that he's balancing perfectly.
Yes.
He's balancing perfectly. His system is very balanced. And you know, he's what, 20? How old is he now?
Well, Kwaku's 30, but you would think
30?
He's 20. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. He
looks
younger than 30.
Yeah.
He's a lot younger. But he's doing excellent with his dietary and the way he does and the mindset. All of that plays a role. That's an incredible thing to get that numbers exact a year later to do exact same numbers. That's amazing. I thought that was amazing.
We'll be back this year to get another check and see his account.
Yeah, I want to see if he's going for 3. If he go for a double, boy, I tell you.
But you know what? I'm thinking about this. All his life, though, he never liked candy. Even as a child, if you gave him candy, he would be playing with it. It's on the floor. He never wanted condiments. Don't give him no mustard, ketchup, man. Don't even offer. He never had that.
See?
Wow.
So when you talk about no creamy, watch out for the creamy, watch out for
You have to worry about it. He ain't touching it.
That's not him. He never did.
Wow.
He never did.
Dad's looking out for him. That's all.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes.
That's exactly what it boils down to. Indeed,
Awesome.
indeed,
But he
indeed.
got a good mama. That's right. He got a good mama. That's right.
The mama don't take no smack.
Mama
That's
don't
what's
take
up.
no mess. That's right.
Thank you. I'm taking a bow on that.
Yeah, take a bow. Take a bow. That's right.
I'm not on camera because I don't want y'all to see how I'm looking over here. But I'm trying to
We're gonna pray on you, Stephanie. Hallelujah.
But I wanted to ask you 2 things. I think you mentioned this before. What if there's an app or a device for finding non-GMO foods?
Yeah.
Okay. What is the name of that?
It's non-GMOproject.org. Non-GMOproject.org. Now they have been doing some changes now because the name is changing.
Okay.
And the name is changing because, of course, they've moved from GMOs to now bioengineering.
Okay.
So that's something. Matter of fact, since you brought that up, Stephanie, let me bring that up because this is important because there are some changes. Okay, there have been some changes with the bioengineering and what's happening. So I want to share that with the family real quickly. Okay. I'm glad you brought it up. See there, you didn't start something. See there.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
Here we go. Let me show you.
As long as I get it in.
So this is the website right here. Non-GMO Project. It's a nonprofit organization, and they're right to know what's in your food. Non-GMO Project administers North America's most rigorous certification for avoiding GMOs. So this is a site that I would suggest everyone participate with. You may have seen this on a lot of products on your food. Here, you'll see that symbol. Well, this is where it comes from. And this particular gentleman that's doing this, he has put together not only that labeling, but he also has the website. And the website actually is on, it used to be an app that used to be on it, but I believe he took the app down. I think he was getting a little problem from Apple, but I believe you can still do this on if you have Android. But I would say,
I still have it.
Yeah, I would say, you can take action, find out what's going on, the latest. If you want to know what are GMOs, what is this all about, you can go with Non-GMO Project Standards. It'll give you all the details on everything you need to know about what is GMO, why they're doing it, who's doing it, the latest legislation, and things that you can stay up to date on anything. So it's public comment. You got download standards. Go in here, and there's a certain area where you can push contact. If you hit contact right here, you can view, you can contact them, you can put your information in, you can join the website by putting your information in here, and it will actually start to give you up-to-date information, product verifications, here's reports, consumer questions, retailer questions, marketing materials. It goes to a plethora of information that's great for finding out what's in your food. You have the right to know what's in your food. Do y'all believe that?
That's right.
You have the right to know what's in your food. Then why is it that we don't have legislation that backs this up? We have a big convention going on in both Republican and Democrats. I have not heard anything talking about food. I know we got a lot of problems, but let me tell you, we got a food issue also.
Yes, sir.
Food deserts.
Living in a food desert. Yep.
People are dying because of the lack of proper nutrition. This food has no nutritional value. So keep that in mind. All right. All right. So good stuff. Good stuff. All right.
One last question. Is it safe to take baking soda every day to bring a balance?
I would say only use it as necessary. So only what as needed would be, meaning that you're testing yourself regularly. Never test yourself right after you take it though. Okay, because your numbers are going to be they're going to be sky high.
Okay.
So for example, if you know that you test and your pH is off and you're in a state of acid, that means that would be deserving to take it. You got it? You need to take a little bit. All you need is like a quarter teaspoon in about 8 ounces of water, and it raises it up. And now that also regenerates and helps kidneys. So people who've been taking or had kidney failure, those that took a little baking soda, that's what starts to regenerate. So those who could not, for whatever reason, could not urinate, for some of them for years, when they started to take a little bit of baking soda, they started urinating again. Got it? So it really works. There's also a therapy that is a worldwide therapy called sodium bicarbonate therapy. Okay, and it's very, very effective. Matter of fact, I used to show in some of my classes a therapy called sodium bicarbonate therapy, where this gentleman was a Spaniard doctor, and he used to take, and it was all in Spanish, but he used to take a scope, and he would treat those who had issues with larynx or esophageal cancers, right? And he would he would take the probe with a camera on it, go down the area of the throat, show you where the cancer was. Because cancer always shows up white on flesh, right? It shows up white on flesh. He would hit it with the front of it he would say, this is the area I'm hitting with the sodium bicarbonate. As he's hitting it with the sodium bicarbonate, he hits it, you can see the changing of the colors start to fizz, start to bubble up. That means it's alkaline now touching acid and now releases that gas. So now it starts to alkalize. He goes back and does 3 treatments. On the 4th day he goes back, cancer was gone.
Wow.
Okay. Yeah. So that's called sodium bicarbonate therapy. Yep, sodium bicarbonate therapy.
Is
and
that
it wasn't
being used now?
Well, I'm gonna tell you a secret. In my journeys and relationships that I've fallen into with people, I've fallen into some very high relations with a lot of people. And one of the relations I found out, I happened to run into somebody that worked at the hospital. And when I mentioned this topic just happened to come up, and they said to me, "Oh my God." I said, well, what's going on? That's why they do that. And I said, well, what do you mean? She says, I work at the hospital and I order all of the stuff. And she says, we order tons and tons of sodium bicarbonate. I said, see there?
But don't tell us so. See, not telling the
They
people.
buy more sodium bicarbonate than anybody in hospitals. Wow. What does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all?
Ripped on big time. They're charging $50,000 for a little piece of sodium.
What does that tell y'all? What does that tell y'all?
That's crazy.
Better grab you some bacon.
That's the way it be, y'all.
All right, good stuff, Stephanie.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, Stephanie. All right, Dr. B, the last person up there is Prophetess. Prophetess is the last one up before we roll on to with 55. Prophetess, on you.
Yay. Very quickly, Dr. Paul, when you were talking earlier about the colloidal silver, when I went online to make sure I spelled it correctly, I found colloidal silver, gold, platinum, and copper.
Yeah.
And I've never heard you mention them. Can you talk a little bit about the benefit of those?
Yep, all of them are good. You're going to have colloidal. Colloidal just means that they're putting a certain frequency with these colloidals, which are like the metals and things like that, and they're releasing an ion, and this ion happens to be alkaline. So what happens is you can do that with gold, you can do it with silver, you can do it with a lot of them. It's just when you put a charge to it, it releases this ion. There's also one called monatomic gold. Okay, this is what was considered to be some of the ancient secrets of back in ancient times of places like Egypt and even when they went into the temples of the ancient esoteric, and they would find these temples of things like called monatomic gold. They call it the elixir of life, which means it gave them a long lifespan because it alkalizes the body. So It's good. Copper is good for what? That's circulation. Got it? Silver is also raises and fights bacteria. Got it? That also helps the body to heal. Gold actually resonates your frequency and gives you the ability to spin your wheel, which is the Kundalini, or we call the serpentine fire, or your endocrine system. So
Yes.
that means that keeps you in balance with the universe and the earth, gets you charged to that 432 frequency where your body is clicking on all cylinders. Got it? That's a grounding. So gold actually balances. So all of those are good. So you can find usually online some level of colloidal, and they're all good. I'm going to say they're all good. But I would say get recommendation for, always have an assessment before you do anything, not to diagnose, treat, cure, prevent any disease, just beautiful. So, got it? All right.
Thank you. I just had never seen it. You had never spoke about it.
Well, we did talk. I did talk about one time on one of my shows, monatomic gold. I did talk about monatomic gold, but there's a lot of colloidal different versions of that, so they're good for different things. Sometimes you got to be careful with what you're doing with that and get proper instruction. But yes, they're all good if you're doing properly. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Dr. Hall, I got a question over here on Facebook. As who is Phyllis wants to know when you're going to have another class at the church. You used to have them at church.
That's a good question. Well, I believe that she may be speaking about is that at the Eagle's Nest, or you talking
Phyllis,
about
is that Eagle's Nest? You talking about
over at Canaan? For the women.
You mean Canaan, Phyllis? Let me know which one you're talking about. Just type it in.
Well, I'll just go in and tell you, I have not spoken to because we used to have every Wednesday night the women's group. Yeah.
Right.
Prior to, of course, having the family tree, but that's the whole purpose of what we do here today.
Right. Exactly.
It's because I can't always get out as I used to. Yeah. Canaan. So I can't get out as much as I can. So we combine the classes, and now that people even if they couldn't make it to the class, everybody can show up, from all over the country and the world.
And the world now.
We got people around the world now. So it's probably this is more sufficient for people. I know it was more intimate. It was cool. It was probably the best classes that I ever had with the women. Y'all funny, boy. The women, boy, they funny, Big B. They like. Oh boy, they didn't take no nonsense, boy. And
women never do it. The brothers would be trying to chill, act like they're cool.
Yes. Because if you
be messing up,
we had a motto of that, and because the men, we separate the men because we had this evidence-based program that said men don't talk about certain stuff.
That's right.
Women couldn't come in the men's class, so that was part of the evidence-based project we did with Stanford and a whole lot of people, right? So the women say, well, you got one for the men, how come you don't have one for the women? So we had one for the women, right?
Takes care of that, doesn't it?
Right. And then there was a couple of times when some of the ladies brought their husbands. And they used to sit there, and literally, baby, he sat in the chair. I said, bruh, you got to get him out of here. I'm the only one allowed to be in here. They would stare at him until he literally
got him bounced outside that door.
I said, bro, there's a rule in here and they keep it tight. You got to go.
Oh my God, that is so funny. Oh my God, I just could imagine it.
It was hilarious. It was hilarious. I told him, he said, no, I'm all right. I said, no, you ain't, bro. You better get up. You better get on out of here. And so it was great, intimate contact. We went over a lot of good stuff. Matter of fact, a lot of the stuff that we talked about in that season, I say it's a season because everything goes in a season, was in preparation for the COVID when it happened, when it hit. The people, somebody came back and showed me all the notes they had from the natural woman. We were talking about this stuff like 5-6 years before it even hit. And they were like, yo, I was right on it. Here's my notes. And they had a notebook like packed with just lessons that we had. But it was all in preparation for what we were about to receive. So I thank God for the opportunity. Pastor Brennan was over there, and that was a good friend of mine, Pastor Brennan over at Canaan. And Cody, just when Cody said, man, he said, what you doing over there? He said, that's my church. thank you and so much. But we'll investigate it. We'll see how things work out. But right now, it's family tree. Yeah,
that's where we are. All right, my friend. So that's where we are, buddy. And that's it for tonight.
All right. All right, Big B, give them one more time how they can participate and be a part of the family tree and help us keep this thing moving.
You got it, man. Again, very slowly. And little friends, make sure you got a copy.
You're going to get in trouble, boy.
You send a copy, get a copy of Nice Chest. Send me an email to Mecca Video. That's MECCAVIDEO at gmail.com. Again, Mecca Video at gmail.com. And to continue to support the family tree, use my Cash App. That's $BILMORGAN, $BILMORGAN. And through the bank Zelle, that ID number is MeccaVideo at Comcast.net. Again, that's MeccaVideo at Comcast.net. Or if you want to use our P.O. Box over here in the Mullica Hill, that's Bill Morgan. P.O. Box 191, Mullica Hill, New Jersey, 08062. Again, friends, do what? Bring your friends, bring your enemies, bring your everybody right here to the family tree every Wednesday night. God bless it. I'm so glad y'all here. Because Dr. Paul will stop beating me up and making me work all night.
I'm going to beat you up, man. You know that.
Great session, guys. Enjoy yourself. Have a great night. Okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
We want to thank to everyone.
Good night, everybody.
Good night. Yeah.
We say be on point because remember, first of all, did anybody learn anything this evening? Did you learn anything?
Always, buddy. Always, buddy.
Thank you so much.
I learned about peanut butter.
You learned about those spiders and peanut butter.
Yeah.
I still like my peanut butter.
Spiders and peanut butter.
Call me right after. About to say something that's going to change your life.
Thank you, Dr. Paul. Thank you. I appreciate y'all so much.
Love you.
I want to say thank you so much. You know, we love y'all. We thank you so much for all that you do, and that's what makes it.
Thank you.
When we all get together, right? Because when we all get together, we win together. That's right.
Yes.
Don't hold on to this because the blessings come when you give it away.
Yes, sir, buddy.
The blessings come back through. You can't beat God given.
You
can't beat God
I know that's right.
That's right. All right, so I want to say thank y'all. God bless y'all. May God keep y'all. And remember,
you're breathing.
You got
a shot.
Let's get
Bring the friend. Got a shot.
Very good. Yeah, man.
Big B, Bill, 1L.
Happy for my shot.
Yeah, man.
Appreciate y'all. All right, continue to stay on point. And Marcy, I got you, Marcy. I know you're looking at me, Marcy.
She's the tap police.
All right, come on.
I know. Get a count. Come on, get a come on.
Come on. Come on down. Y'all got a good groove right now. Come on, you can't be sitting here watching this go on now. You gotta participate.
Marcy, don't be playing.
Come on. Yeah, that's right. And Grandma said, don't be sitting there like a bump on the log.
I know that's right, buddy.
That's right. All the way down. Tap. All right. Tap. Come on. Get that lymphatic system moving. All right. Like Sister Virginia, First Lady, you saw what happened to her. What a great testimony tonight. That's a great testimony. Awesome.
Kimberly.
Moving.
Yeah. Wanda Campbell.
Inside.
Prophetess. Fingers. Thank you.
Lock the hands. Lock the hands. Hey, Rosetta, I see you, Rosetta. How you doing? All right.
Terry.
Burn them like this.
Buenas noches.
Bring them all the way up.
Yes. Quite busy work.
And stretch.
Yeah.
Good. And stretch.
Yeah. Tony.
And stretch.
Yeah.
And hold.
Barbara. Walker.
Bring it all back.
And that's Kate. Yeah. Sister Truth.
And bring it back, PG. Good. Come on down.
Yep. Yep. Robin. Yep. Go.
Share this information. I want everybody to get from the yours. Go to your email and start sending this stuff out. Y'all just trying to make this thing happen. All right?
Yeah.
Come together. And hold it. Top one. Bottom one, two.
Yeah.
Oh, you feel that energy?
Yeah, buddy.
I want y'all to
breathe. Give yourself a shower.
Bless y'all. May God keep y'all. Thanks for tuning in to the
Family Dream. Yeah, buddy.
All right, we
Lisa.
Go ahead, Tamara.
Florinda.
You got all that lavender in the back. You got all that lavender.
Keep moving.
Calvin.
Yes, you like my back.
Grant. Yep. Rebecca Pearson. Blessings to everybody in the house, y'all.
Go ahead, Carol. What you got, Carol?
Eunice Warnell. Yep. Oh, yeah.
Come on, give me a move, please. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Got some condoms for you. Go ahead.
All right. My man. Hey, here you go, Kamara. Hey, Kamara, she found the move. Here you go, Kamara.
Go ahead, baby. All right, the activity of the limbs. That's right. You gotta have it. Outlook. That's right. All right, God bless y'all.
Hug yourself. Hug yourself.
We're gonna count it all down.
Hug it.